Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. So today I have some new products to share with you which I am really excited about. So some of you have probably heard already, but Revolution, which used to be Makeup Revolution, and I can't get used to the name change because I'm a bit useless, and Soph Nails, who is a like makeup beauty YouTuber from the UK, have teamed up for a second time to bring us some new products. So last year, I think it was, they brought out an eyeshadow palette and a highlighter palette together. I tried both of those. I really like them and I use them quite a lot. So they have brought out a second little set of makeup, which I just really wanted to try as I liked the original ones so much. So they brought out another eyeshadow palette. This is the Soph X Revolution Extra Spice palette. So I'll go through the colours properly in a moment, but it looks like this, and don't drop it. And this is the look I created with it, and yeah, I won't go too much into it because I've got the rest of the video to show you, but I'm excited about this one. And she also brought out 3 lipsticks. They're all kind of nudie colours, like so, which is nice. Obviously she's not done lip products with Revolution before, so I was interested to see what these would be like. I am wearing the shade Fudge on my lips right now, which is the darkest one. So yeah, if you'd like to see what I thought of all these products, because they are all really cheap. I think the lipsticks are about £4 each and this was a tenner. So very affordable. So yeah, if you'd like to see what I thought, then just keep on watching. So obviously I'm going to start out with the eyeshadow palette. This is the palette here. It is very shiny and you can see all my camera equipment in it. The old palette was more like this kind of thing throughout, but this time for this palette she's gone with like a copper reflective type thing. Now going inside, what I liked more about this palette than the last one is that the names are actually printed on the palette, whereas the last one they were printed on a acetate kind of sheet like this, and I always lose those, so I much prefer this. And I'm glad that Makeup Revolution and Soph kind of, they're not even called Makeup Revolution anymore, are they? Revolution and Soph kind of listened to people on that, because that is very handy. And there are 18 shades in this palette. There's kind of, to me it feels like vaguely the same theme as the last palette, but obviously all the shades are different. So you've got a bit more of a red tone, some more purpley tones, and I really like the look of this one, this shimmery silver colour. So I think personally, especially because the palettes are so cheap, they're only a tenner each, I think if you like the look of it, you probably could get away with buying both. That's before I've even tried it though. So yeah, anyway, my eyelids are already primed, so let's get into testing out the eyeshadows. One thing I have just noticed though is there's not really a colour light enough in here for me to set down my primer, so I'm just going to use some powder to do that, just a bit of Rimmel Stay Matte, because I always like to set my primer down before I go in with any more eyeshadow on top. So as usual with these videos, I have no idea what kind of look I'm going for. I think I'm going to start with the shade Cookie Dough, which is this kind of light brown shade, and use that as my transition colour. So far so good. I did find with the last palette that the pigmentation wasn't bad, but it does take a little bit of building for some colours, some more so than others, but as it's only a £10 palette, I can kind of forgive that, you know. I have noticed there is a little bit of fallout in the pan where I've just kind of been tipping my brush in. I know that bothers some people. It doesn't bother me too much. I find shades that have a bit more fallout tend to be more pigmented anyway, so I'm not going to complain. That pigmentation is really pretty good, you know. I'm not mad at that at all. I think I'm going to try and go for something a little bit different today. And try and stay away from like the really warm toned. I know this is warm toned, but you know, never mind. I'm going to take this kind of khaki green colour, which is called Lakes. Pop that in my crease also, and let's see if kind of the pigmentation is the same for all of the shades. That's not bad. I'm going to take a bit of that colour on the outer corner of my eyelid as well. Just going back in with that cookie dough shade again, just to make sure the transition is still nice and seamless. And I think I'm going to go in the shade here, Reputation, which is kind of like a bluey black colour. And I feel kind of really drawn to that. So let's see what this is like. Pop that right in the outer corner to deepen things up. I must say it comes off just a lot more black on the eyelid at the moment. The kind of blue tinge of it isn't really coming through, but it's not bad black anyway, especially for like a drugstore eyeshadow. I'm just going to go back over the edge with that green colour to make sure there's a good blend. I have to say I'm really liking this so far. Like, that is decent pigment for a drugstore eyeshadow palette, and I mean I've only used 3 shades so far, but I'm really kind of liking the look that's coming out of it. So I think I might try and use kind of 2 colours on my lid. I might start off with this green here, which is called Aurora. I find in the other palettes some of the shadows, like especially the shimmer ones, are better with a wet brush, but we'll try dry to begin with to see what it comes out like. I mean, it's not terrible, it's not the most pigmented eyeshadow I've ever used, so let's put a little bit of setting spray on my brush and see if that makes a difference. Oh yeah, that's better. This is such a pretty colour though. I always like greens, but I don't wear them that often. I need to like stop that. Now let's try out another shimmery colour to see if it's the same kind of story. I think I'm going to take the colour Dream, if I've ever got it in frame. Take the colour Dreams here, which is like a goldy, bronzy kind of colour, and put that on the start of my lid. I mean, again, it's not bad without setting spray. You can see it. But let's put a bit of setting spray on as well, and this is quite crumbly, this one actually. So yeah, the shimmers are nice, very much like the other palette, but they are better with a wet brush in my opinion. And this one again is a bit kind of fallouty and crumbly in the pan, but there doesn't seem to be a huge amount of fallout on my face, so I mean, for me that's not too much of an issue, but something to bear in mind if you don't like kind of a lot of kick up in the pan. So I think I'm going to leave my eyes there for now. I'm just going to do the rest of my face, then I'll come back and do my under eye, and then we can get on to the lipsticks as well. So that is all my base done, my brows on, so let's carry on with my under eyes. I think I want to use some different colours from this palette, so I'm going to do some different colours under my lower lash line, which isn't what I normally do. I normally keep it quite matchy, but there we go. I think I'm going to start with the shade Cheesecake just here, which is a very like warm toned brown. And run that lightly under my lower lash line. Now I think I might go for kind of purple tones. I'm not sure this is going to go that well, but we're going to try it anyway. So I'm going to take the shade down here called Mulled Wine, which is like a nice kind of bright berry colour. I'd say the pigmentation in this palette is pretty consistent, like they're all pretty pigmented. And as far as I can tell, all the mattes kind of behave the same. Then I think I'm going to take a bit of this darker purple Enchanted. And take that about halfway in. And finally, I think just to darken it up even more, I'm going to take a bit of the shade Brownies and put that right on the outer corner. Now we can't forget my inner corner or my brow bone, can we? So what colours can we use that we haven't tried yet? I think for my inner corner I'm going to use this kind of pinky mauvey shade called Everyday. And I think this would be a nice kind of everyday shade. That's pretty nice. I haven't wet my brush for this either. Then just because I really want to use it, it might be a bit crazy on the brow bone, but never mind. I'm going to take a little bit of this shade Infinity. Just pop it right under my brow. Okay, yeah, that one is pretty like chunky and crazy. I don't tend to go too mad with brow bone highlight personally, but it looks like it'll be a nice shade, and I do really want to try doing like a big cut crease with that shade because I think that'll look really cool. So just to finish off my eyes, I'm going to stick on some liner in my waterlines and some mascara. Then we can move on to the lipsticks. Right, that's my eyes all done, so let's move on to the lipsticks. So they came out with 3 lipsticks, they're all nude. So we have the shade Syrup, which is kind of the palest nude. None of them are like really pale nudes, they're all quite deep nudes, but that's kind of the paler one, kind of brown toned. And then we have Cake, which is a bit more of a pink toned nude. That one looks kind of like something I will really like. And then a deeper nude, so probably best for someone with a deeper skin tone, is Fudge, which is more of, on me it will be like a full-on brown, but if you've got darker skin then it's kind of a nude for you. So let's try each of them out. So I'm going to start with Syrup, I think. These are all kind of a creamy finish. I think the packaging is quite nice actually. It doesn't feel the most expensive, but these are £4 lipsticks, so they're not the most expensive. It's got the Soph little logo on the lid, and obviously the copper rose gold lid, and then the matte kind of nude beige that I've just got all dirty little bullet. And then on the actual lipstick it's got the Soph logo engraved into it as well, which is a nice touch. So let's go straight in and see what these lipsticks are like. I'm not bothering with lip liner today, obviously. So that is Syrup. It's a nice kind of, like I said, a brown toned nude. It's come off a lot lighter on the lip than I thought it would looking at the bullet. It looks darker in the bullet to me, but regardless, I really like this colour. It's really pretty. I think I'll probably get quite a lot of use out of it, and the formula is nice. It's very comfortable. Like I said, it's kind of a creamy formula. It's not matte or anything, so it's not drying. And the pigmentation is good. It kind of went on with one swipe. So yeah, so far so good for the lipsticks. So next I'm going to try Cake, which is the more kind of pinky toned nude. Generally this is the type I'd be more drawn to if I was like, well, I did buy all of these, but if I was just going to pick one, this would kind of be the one I'd be more drawn to. But we'll see if it kind of translates on the lips. Yes, I do really like this one. I'm not sure if I like it more than the other one though. They're kind of level pegging for me at the moment. But again, the formula is very similar with this one. Very smooth, creamy, and went on in like one swipe. So yes, so far so good. Now for Fudge, which is the darkest colour. We'll see how dark it actually comes out on my lips. I do like a brown lipstick, so I am looking forward to this. I apologise if you can hear like my belly going, by the way. It's pretty much lunchtime and my belly obviously wants everyone to know. So yeah, like I thought, it is more of a brown on me than a nude, but it's not like an intense brown. It's quite a kind of muted brown, so I like that. Not that I don't like a dark brown on my lips anyway, because I do. I quite like browns on me. But yeah, and I don't think I have anything like this kind of colour in my collection yet, which is very good. I always like to have a nice little addition. And again, the formula was very similar to the last two colours, so yeah, they were all very consistent, so that is a good thing. So, hair down. Let's go through everything I thought about these products. So the palette, starting with that, I do really like it. I like the range of colours. I just realised I haven't done swatches. That was stupid. Yeah, I really like the colours. I think if you're a warm tone fan, you'll really like it, but there's also some kind of cooler tones in here as well, so it's kind of not completely limiting you. I like the different range of colours. I think it's easy to get some nice neutral looks and also some pops of colour as well. I'm a bit disappointed I didn't manage to use this red shade called 21 because that looks awesome, but there's plenty more time for me to try that anyway. Yeah, I like I said, the range of colours. The pigmentation was good. They blended nicely. The shimmer shades probably could have been a bit more pigmented, but that's just me being a bit picky. Like I said, it is a £10 palette, so I can't moan too much, and with a wet brush they are excellent anyway, so it's nothing to complain about really. I do like the packaging, but I do think this is going to get kind of dirty and fingerprinty very quickly. I like the nice big mirror. I always like a palette that comes with that, and I mean, this was £10, so I can't really complain about anything. I think for the price it is a really, really good palette. Oh, and it's cruelty free and vegan. I've just written that, I've just read that on there, so that's always a good thing as well. I don't know if the old one was, I'm not sure. And the free lipsticks I also really liked. I think if you're a nude lover, these are definitely worth checking out. I like that Soph kind of picked a few different shades, so hopefully there'll be something that suits everyone. Obviously that's quite difficult to do, only having 3 options, but I think she did a pretty good job. The formula I really like. I'm finding it, I mean, I've only had it on a couple of minutes, but it feels really comfortable to begin with, so I'll have to see how it wears. Like I say with all kind of my testing videos and kind of first impressions and reviews, a lot of the time this is the first time I'm trying these products, so I haven't really done a lot of testing of it, but as a first impression I think they are really good, and if they do end up, either of these products end up becoming like a staple in my routine, you will hear about it in other videos. I try and do like favourites videos and stuff quite often. I really, really like this fudge colour that I'm wearing right now. I think that might be my favourite, even though it's less nude on me, but I did like all 3. I think they're really nice colours. So yeah, I would say all of these products here get a big old thumbs up from me, especially considering the price, because who doesn't love a bargain, let's be honest. So yeah, highly recommended by me, and I think Soph and Revolution have absolutely killed it yet again. I think they've done a really great job, and I hope they bring out lots more makeup together, because I will probably end up buying it all. Anyway, so yeah, that was everything. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope it's been a little bit helpful. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have you tried any of these products, or have you tried any of Soph's last launch with Revolution? She did another eyeshadow palette and a highlighter palette. I'm wearing the highlighter now and it's really pretty. And yeah, don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and click that subscribe button down below as well if you'd like to see what else I have coming up. Thanks for watching everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye.